Winston Aldworth is here, Herald Sports Editor, along with Cam McMillan, Herald Deputy Sports Editor. So we've got the number one and number two. Cam, Black Ferns, the A-team, let's go. We've got the Black Ferns team naming for the World Cup semi-final. This is against Canada overnight. Cam, thoughts?
Yeah, so Georgia Miller has been ruled out. So yeah, the Black Ferns don't have their A-team. She's been the big gun so far this year. She's been a Black Ferns 7-star, coming to the 15 side and just brought a different style of play at the flanker role. But coming in is Kennedy Tuka'afu. She was previously, her name was Kennedy Simon, so people will know her. She was the co-captain at the last World Cup. She played in the last World Cup final. Very experienced player. So they're not losing too much. And they're playing against a Canadian team who they drew with earlier this year. They lost last year, but I think they're going to have the edge over them just because they've played a lot more. This Black Ferns team is a different team that played Canada earlier in the year.
It's a shame about Georgia Miller. Is there an injury? Is that well? We're assuming there's an injury going on.
There is an injury. They're not disclosing what it is.
Right.
She did leave the field about early into the second half in the quarterfinal against South Africa, and her knee was heavily strapped. But no, they're just saying that they're not going to reveal what the injury is.
Okay. Can we beat Canada, Winston?
Yeah, we can beat Canada. They play a similar game to the Black Ferns. The big beast, if you get past Canada, will be England in the final, who will play it the way they played it at the last tournament and haven't lost a game since then. So it'll be a great game. Canada, New Zealand, two teams throwing it around, really having a go. It's a shame that Miller won't be in there because that really suits her.
Yeah. So. Hey, the AB's Cam Roygaard's back.
Yeah, that's right. He's having a run for counties this weekend. He's coming off the bench for the mighty Steelers against Auckland. And that's a good sign for the All Blacks. It's hard to imagine one player would have made a difference in the last 20 minutes on Saturday night, but he's pretty special. And they were down to, I think, number 6 choice halfbacks there, who actually did a pretty good job, the halfbacks that they resorted to, but it'll be really good to get their number 1, number 9 back on board.
Big story of the week in sport, I think, has to be this. I mean, what an amazing couple of days for us in Tokyo.
We're good at jumping now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of were like these throwers. A few decades ago, we were pretty good at middle distance running, and then we got good at throwing with discus and shot put. But now jumping, it's amazing. Hamish Kerr, just brilliant. He does it again at these big events. He'll put in his personal best, and that's what you have to do to win these events. And many times you'll see the big names kind of struggle, and every time he's going to just get his best at the big events. It's amazing. He said huge atmosphere, and it got really close there between him and the Korean competitor, and he just outdid him again. It's amazing. And
his mindset seems to be just so beyond his years, because I was listening to an interview with him yesterday and he was talking about he's actually not more focused, he does care about what he's doing, but he's putting his competition in context and saying, beyond sport, I have a life. This is, I guess it takes maybe some of the pressure off while you're in there. Interesting kind of mindset he's got. Yeah,
he's got real good nice guy energy too. I think he'll be a likeable face of Olympian campaigns for some time.
Yeah. Very good. Also, we've been looking at Liam Lawson. He's back in Azerbaijan. Hasn't been as good since coming back from the break though, Cam.
No, again, it's going to go down to qualifying. And Azerbaijan, it's a street circuit. It's really narrow. There's some really tight turns there. And this qualifying since the break, I mean, obviously he qualified last in the last Grand Prix, and he just struggled. And even the Grand Prix before that, when he did make the top 10, I think it was in that last lap of the third bit of the first section of qualifying that he made it. So he's leaving it a bit too late. He's got to get some much better times earlier on, and especially again Azerbaijan, it's a really tight track. Not going to be much passing.
All right, we'll leave it there, boys. Thanks very much for coming in this morning. Good to see you. That's Winston and Cam from the Herald. You're watching Herald Now. It is 8 o'clock.